switch spots with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a sign in the chat.
Of water over there.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Oh, we got some
over there. Because the more we water, the more it'll pack it down.
Okay, so I actually had to open up a whole nother chat situation over there, but we do got the mics on. We are live, and yeah, it's getting ready to go down.
Mm-hmm.
It is getting ready to go down. Does Cody got his muzzle on? We don't want nobody to get bit. It is all bad. Oh yeah, so we didn't send out any notifications or anything, but we're probably going to get started here in the next 10 minutes or so.
Don't forget you're a standard moderator for this channel to help you create or build a positive, safe community. I can delete inappropriate messages. Put a participant in timeout.
Oh,
I haven't put nobody in timeout in a long time.
You might have to start doing that because I can see a couple people kind of getting out of hand.
I can hide someone from the channel.
You might have to do that too. I can see a few people getting out of hand.
Or I can manage messages held for review.
Okay.
Don't know how to do any of that, but staring at
I think you hold the message down. So if you see a crazy message go across your phone, you hold that message down.
Channel, record, or block.
That didn't do it? What if you tap the message?
I did it on yours though.
Oh.
You're the
Okay. So we're going to see what the standard moderator is.
I can't block you.
Even though
that would be kind of funny though. Over here in timeout. Sometimes you need a timeout.
Did you put me in timeout for real? Can a moderator put me in timeout? I might have to go in timeout tonight, man, because I feel like I'm going to be part of. There's a few comments in here that I really did just kind of agree with, man. And all in all, someone when I was browsing through it earlier, we'll see.
I know there's quite a few that I didn't agree with.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna check it out and see. Hopefully, it ain't gonna be too crazy though. Most of the comments were positive. Ooh, I don't have my glasses. I cannot read without my glasses.
You do have to do everything.
You know what? I think I left them on the roof when I was fixing that leaky roof up there.
You were not on the roof.
Where was I? Was I down in the basement crawling through the sewer? I think I was. I think I seen an alligator down there. I was going crazy down there.
You're on your bedside table where you all were.
Okay, so I hope I don't butcher anybody's name, but oh, my glasses, nice. Hey, can you grab that old Uber Ants hat for me? Sitting right there on the table. It might be, probably, hopefully. Hopefully it's in the car, so we're going to get ready to start and probably here the next 5 minutes or so. Get you something to eat, get you something ice cold, get you a cold beer with a nice fat Greek olive in there. Hey, Holly, so this guy, Celesto, I believe it is, 9856, he says, I've seen this many times where people think they can bring and eat food in the back of someone else's car.
Right.
that would have been a no for me. LOL. Talk about rude. I was like, yeah.
And that is an issue. Sorry, I'm trying to eat.
They can't even see you over there. You over there doing your thing.
Honestly, yeah, okay, I could still bring food if it's in a closed container. Or you just went to McDonald's, it's in the bag. You have a covered drink. Okay? You stopped, got something to eat while you were out doing what you were doing. Whatever. But to have an open plate of food, like you just came from a barbecue.
Correct. And just to get in a stranger's car, I've never really thought about it in that context. Right? Meaning I was never tripping off of it, meaning this is an evil thing, this is a bad thing.
And it was a long ride.
And it was a long ride.
So yeah.
I've had people get into my car before with I've had people get into my car before with food, and it never really bothered me. Most of the time they were super respectful with it.
Right.
I remember one other lady, real talk, she wanted to get in with some coffee or something like that. And I told her, I was like, I'm uncomfortable, and I was in the Scat Pack. And I said, I'm uncomfortable with you getting in with that drink. And she's like, well, why would you bring this card in? And I was like, well, let me go back to my fleet of cars and see if I can get a more appropriate one that you could trash out. But I mean, it didn't even make any sense to me that she would argue with me about that fact. But that's today's generation. That's today's generation. These old thirsty ass.
They're not even thirsty. They're just disrespectful. They're entitled.
The question
or
is,
they feel entitled.
where does that entitlement come from? That's the question.
From one, parents being more concerned about giving their children things than they are disciplining and making them earn those things.
Correct.
Two, some people are scared to discipline their kids because all the kids got to do, I'm calling the cops, I'm calling social services. No matter what, I'm going to beat your ass until they get here.
Woo! Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming through. It is your boy, Uber Ants. We are back. We're doing a live this time. Hopefully, we did not send out no notifications. We didn't do no promotions. We decided to sneak this one in because we were reading through these comments and we kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of how we see these comments. Some of the comments, different comments that we see. A lot of them were super respectful. A lot of them opinionated. They were opinionated. But other than that, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, there was a lot of crazy comments in there. So we decided to go ahead and pull them up. And feel free to participate. Feel free to drop your thoughts into the chat. Let us know what you think about the specific comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We're going to be talking. I'm going through my general chat. So these are different videos. Right, that's what we're going to be actually reading tonight. So it's not one specific video, but most of them are pertaining
to the Get Out video.
To the Get Out video.
The elderly man in your car.
And the correct. So let me go ahead and there's one or two more. So let me go ahead and fill you guys in. First, the Get Out video. There was a young lady. It was a 45-minute ride from Pueblo, Colorado, up to Colorado Springs. And I drove this young lady up there to a military base that I could not get on. She was a little upset about this. Her boyfriend.
No, there's more to the story than that.
Well, there's a lot more, but you would have to see the video. You would have to see the video. The video was crazy, but there was a lot more to the video. Her boyfriend wasn't there yet, and she wanted to wait in my car for her boyfriend to come. Oh, we need to unplug that fish tank, huh? And hey, somebody in the chat needs to remind us to plug the fish tank back in. We do not want to let anything bad happen to the fish. The only reason that we kind of went on now, it's already going on 8 o'clock, and we wanted to make sure that we got on in time. So, as soon as my better half finishes, yes. As soon as my better half finishes, she's actually over there finishing her dinner. as we speak. It's dinner time. Happy dinner time,
It's
people.
a little late,
Correct. As soon as she finishes her dinner, she's going to come over here and join us. But yeah, with the Get Out video, this young lady, I pick her up. I find out she's going to Fort Carson. That was the first time that I knew. I find out she's going to Fort Carson, and I informed her that I could not get on to Fort Carson because of my past. FYI, I got a criminal background. I got a 24-year prison sentence for selling narcotics. So I can't get on military bases. Apparently, Uncle Sam holds a grudge. I mean, Jesus, for a long time. I mean, this happened in the past.
Yes.
So we drive up there, and when we get there, she was supposed to actually have somebody waiting there for her. That person wasn't there, and she had some stuff with her, and she was uncomfortable in getting out my car until her friend got there. And she, just the way that she asked me, didn't sit. It didn't sit. Well, she didn't.
The problem.
She basically demanded, like, well, I don't know what to tell you. My friend's not here yet, and it's not my.
I'm not standing outside.
Yeah, it's not my fault. You couldn't get on Fort Carson, so tough shit. And that's the way I took that. Just tough shit. If you don't like it, too bad, because I'm still in your car. And guess what? You can't go anywhere because I'm in your car. You know, only thing I got to do is just keep arguing until I get out the car. And the more you argue with me, I'm just going to one-star your ass and not give you a tip. Well, she wasn't going to give me a tip any damn way. You could take a look. One look at the bonnet told you she wasn't going to give you a tip.
No, don't judge by the bonnet.
It's too late. It's too late.
A lot of young ladies wear bonnets because they do hair treatments and...
Correct. What's that in the chat?
What?
In the chat over there? I see my 2 comments and I see another comment beneath it.
It says, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines.
And then there's something beneath it.
Holly Hobbs.
Oh, I didn't get that over here. So
No, that's because that's the profile that I'm on up here. So
if you type, got you. I didn't even know that. So anyway, after sitting there for a quick second with this woman in my car, I asked her multiple times. I told her, hey, I'm getting ready to go back to Pueblo, so I'm sorry, but I gotta go. She basically told me, F you, I'm not getting out. So I picked the car and drive, and I pulled off with her ass in the car. Real talk. And she flipped out, and it was a very interesting video from that point. Yeah, I wish I could pop it up on the screen right now, but I'm just not on my right system. But in the other video, there was an older gentleman who got in my car, rude from the gate, out the gate. You could judge for yourself. What was the name of that video? Ken tries to get me fired.
Yeah.
Correct. So he was just rude from the gate. Hopped in my car with this really messed up attitude. We start driving, and this guy starts flashing on me about his location. Right, I can't wait for Holly to get over here. She's just over here kicking it. But yeah,
eat my dinner. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. But yeah, this guy starts flashing on me about his location, and I'm like, look, I don't know. You know, I don't need the location. I just need to pick you up. But apparently he wasn't there. So he felt like Uber was tracking him, and he wanted his location off, and he wanted me to shut off that tracking immediately. And he was kind of getting a little rude about it. So I had to stop and let the dude know, hey man, you can get put out. Right? You can get put out this car. You know what I'm saying? And a bunch of people seen that video, got a bunch of comments on that and on some of my shorts. But there are thousands and thousands of comments in here. So if I don't get to a comment that you've made, don't feel bad about it. I know all you guys are waiting for Holly to get over here, huh? Real talk. Nobody even hopped in the chat or sitting. We're just over here by ourselves tonight, baby. That's what happens when you don't send. Well, hey, that's what happens when you don't hit that notification bell. If you hit that notification bell, then you'll be apprised of all these videos. But it's gonna get crazy tonight.
Okay.
It's gonna get crazy tonight because there's some of these.
As long as it stays respectful, I'm good.
I don't think it's gonna stay respectful. I don't think it's gonna stay respectful. I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of people who were in the comments weren't respectful, and it's my opinion. That's just real talk. So it's my genuine thought process
That is
is
a fact.
if you are not respectful to me, I have no obligation to respect you back. The hell is wrong with people? How you? I mean, really, you can't sit in my comments, call me a moron, call me stupid, call me crazy, and not expect me to say, "Well, fuck you too."
Language.
I do apologize, but I mean, I'm 50 years old. I can't speak how I want to speak. I mean, Jesus, I don't cuss a lot, but well, that's how I felt.
feel you though.
That's how I felt. Real talk. If I offend
You gotta
anybody,
give
I'm sorry,
respect
but
to get respect.
you gotta give respect to get respect. If somebody gives you the bird, you got the right to give them the bird back. That is how I feel about it, man. Real talk. And I felt like this woman was being disrespectful. I don't go places where I'm not respected. Period. Full stop. You will not catch me in a place where somebody feel like they could talk reckless to me. I will not spend my money with somebody who feel like they could freaking talk reckless to me. Why would you? That doesn't make any sense to me. But guys, we got to get a light bulb real quick. Like I said, this is going to be a real slow stream. We are going to be on for a few hours. We're probably going to have a couple cold ones. What's wrong? You think we'll be going longer than that? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of comments in there. We're going to need a beer or two for this one.
To a few.
We're going to need a couple cold ones for this one.
Let me go get you
We're going to need
We're going to need some colder air than that, though.
Oh, you finna turn that up?
Yes.
Alrighty, let's get it turned
I'm
up.
at least going to put it on the cool.
That would make sense. That would make sense. But yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I think that most of this is coming from a lot of these entitled kids. And it was funny how a lot of people came to the rescue of these people. They were mostly trolls, and I get that. But there's like a group, a cult, like a sisterhood, that no matter how wrong these people are, they'll just gather around them and surround the wagons and defend them to the death, no matter how wrong these people are. And I think that's what the problem is, man. Where, you know, you see this person being disrespectful and you're trying to justify it, or you're trying to make sense out of it. No, if somebody's being disrespectful, it doesn't matter that somebody else was at work or if somebody has a past. Oh, well, asked and answered. There you go. And Holly said, "Let there be light." Oh, that's what good production does. Oh my God, that worked out. That worked out. So,
all right, I'll be right there.
Man, I'm finna go ahead and open this up, guys. Real talk. I'm gonna start reading through some of these comments because these comments was crazy. Feel free to hop in the comments at any time and stop me. There is a slight delay, but I will go back to the comment you're talking about. But John David 3132 actually said people act so entitled, no respect. Real talk. Then Douglas Bearshell 8526 said, first of all, she could cancel the ride at the beginning. If going on a base was that important, you're entitled. As a woman, you think that a man owes you something. Okay, this is going to be a crazy one. We might have to wait for the missus to get back on this one because, I mean, this is real talk. Let's see. As a woman, you think that a man owes you something, and we don't. You're no longer God's gift to man. You're more a pain in our asses. If it were me, I would have drove her to the closest police department and let them take her to her destination. And there probably would have been a different destination, real talk. Let's see. Well, I guess she had to call Zaddy to save her such want going to work. Okay, we might have got spell checked. And another thing, she was old enough to order a ride at accordingly. Some people be typing fast. They be in their feelings. They be typing fast. So yeah, basically what he's saying is, man, she was old enough to order the ride. I wouldn't say that it's a male or female thing, but I gotta say that a lot of women do feel entitled, and they feel like, well, because I'm a woman, you need to open this door for me, or you need to take care of me in some type of way that is different. But the thing that gets me about that is, how in the hell are you gonna say that and then in the next breath say that we are equals? Well, you're not opening my door or taking me out to lunch. Oh, this is.
I take you out to lunch all the time.
Did you break it?
No, you broke it.
That sound y'all just heard was Mrs. Holly actually breaking.
No, that was Ant breaking the mic. Are we okay on sound?
I have no idea if we even have
I don't know
sound.
where my headphones are, so.
Oh, you can just turn it up real quick and see. Oh. That sound y'all just heard was Mrs. Holly actually breaking. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, we are definitely okay on sound. All right, so let's go on ahead and get this started. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I got to take off my glasses for this, and I'm probably gonna need some help getting through this. But this one right here actually said the most to me, man, because real talk, you could see where guys are kind of shying away from women that are acting like this, and they think that it's legit, but for oh well, he a hater, or they want to give it any other excuse than what it is. He don't like black women. No, I don't like how you're acting.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just what. Oh, am I sitting on your thing?
Yeah, you're good. I just need enough
A little bit more room?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to move around with that one. But yeah, I genuinely think people feel like they want to give different excuses about it. And when everything's said and done, it's your responsibility. You can't sit there and act like, just because I'm black, I deserve you. I could treat you like crap. I could crap all over you. I could do whatever.
Or just because you're a woman. It's not just a black thing. It's a woman thing, and I think it's more of a generational thing. Women nowadays, they want a man to do everything for them. But hold on, let me finish my thought. But as you said, but they want to be treated as an equal. Ladies, and I know I'm going to piss a lot of you off when I say this, we are not equal to a man.
No.
At all.
Now, I do think that we're equal in the partnership.
In the partnership.
But you have different roles in that partnership.
You have different roles. I can't lift. Well, Anthony, how many times a day do I call you to come and do something for me? Because I can't open this.
How many times a day do I tell you, no, I'm not coming to do it for you?
No, you don't. But anyway, the simple fact of the matter, yes, ladies, I can do anything a man can do. No, honey, you can't.
That's not what gets me. What gets me is, hey, I want to sit around, do my nails, play on the phone, do on my TikTok and Facebook and whatever else, right? I ain't cleaned the house. I ain't took care of nothing. I ain't did anything. When you get home, I want you to give me money so I can go get my nails done, go to the mall, get some new kicks, some new shoes, whatever.
While you watch the kids.
While you watch the kids that I have with somebody else, and when I get home, I'm a bitch at you about how nasty the house is. That's what these women expect nowadays, man. It's crazy, man. I can't even really get into that. But anyway, I thought that was a really great comment, man. I thought it was really on point, man, how he put that. But we're going to keep going. D-Boy Wu-Tang 3079 5 hours ago, he said I ain't tried. He did. He's actually talking about a different video. Yeah, he's talking about a different video. I wonder if we could actually see. It won't bring the video up for us to see it, huh? I don't even know if that's possible. If we can.
Yeah. There's a video.
Well, I don't know if they can hear it though, because I cannot hear it, and I can't see the whole thing either.
Karen said, agreed, the modern woman attitude will kill the family as we know it. I think the family as we know it was killed a long time ago.
I hate to say, I'm not going to lie, I don't even blame.
No.
I swear to God.
It started,
I blame us.
It started when you took the woman out of the home.
Correct, but that was government fault.
That was government fault because
government
they made the economy
in.
to
Can I ask something? Okay, so there was a Miss Karen that I had a conversation with the other day. We were actually on my.
It is her. It's I recognize the profile picture.
Oh, was
the
it
with the horses? Yes, Miss Karen.
Okay, it was a Miss Karen, and we were actually discussing on whether or not Karen was make the video large and
make us the smaller window and the video window larger, is what she's saying.
I can actually do that. Make the video large and you the minor window.
Right.
I actually can do that. Give me 30 seconds on that. Remind me to do that, baby. Real talk, because I do want to do that. But we had a really interesting conversation. The term Karen itself.
Yes.
right? And I caught a lot of flack for this. I caught some
from a whole different
aspects, but for the most part, they were saying that a black woman cannot be a Karen at all. And I said, okay, well, what would you call the way that this one particular young lady was acting? They didn't have an answer for that. And my thoughts on it was, that's because you don't want to call her nothing. You just want to let her get away with the behavior. If I had stopped and said she was a B word, if I had stopped and said, you bastard, you dumb yada yada, you N-word this or yada yada, that would have been more acceptable. I don't think so. At the end of the day, she needs to be able to take care of what she needs to take care of. So let me go ahead and see if I can switch these over. I'm going to have to make some small changes. You guys are going to probably see this in real time. So let's see if I can figure this out. Can you see me doing this in real time?
I don't know.
Courtesy of Miss Karen.
Oh, yep.
Alrighty. See if I can get this fixed and in place. Yeah. Alright, we're close to resizing that. Let me get it over here like that. There we go. Close enough. Then we got to take this one and make this one a little bit bigger. Alright, which does make sense, because then she'll really be able to stop and see the comments. That does make sense. So, let me go ahead and flip this back open and see where we were at. We were in YouTube Studios. Let's come back over here. Alright.
Yeah, no one has been nice to me since Amy Cooper walked her dog in Central Park.
Oh my God.
That's horrible. That's horrible. I'm so sorry, Karen.
Miss Karen, real talk. But her point was extremely valid. I will say, she gave me a replacement name. I hope we actually come across her comment. She gave me a replacement name. I will say it did not roll off the tongue very easily.
Right.
I was like, that's going to be the hardest. Nobody's ever going to remember that. But that's a whole different thing. I do appreciate you coming by, Miss Karen. We're going to see if we can't get through some of these comments. Yeah, this guy says, some people just, I'm not going to lie. I agree with that, man. I agree with that in its totality. So let's see this.
Some people just
Miss Aquarius 5505. Oh man, she says the passenger was paranoid as this is from the guy who was in the back of my car.
The older gentleman, yes.
Correct. I don't know if anybody's seen this particular video, but this guy was in the back of my car and he wanted his location turned off, and yeah, he was super paranoid.
Fixated on.
Yeah, wow. Once again, you the driver handled it like a champ. Also, love your wife. Hey, what's good? She sounds like she does not play, and she got your back 100%. She did not let me get the Lamborghini, guys.
Nobody's got a Dodge Charger Scat Pack. Wide body at that.
I was trying to address the comment.
I know you were. Don't. And you're right. Yes, I don't take any shit, and I do have my husband's back 100%, even when he's wrong.
Ooh.
We'll deal with the wrong later.
We're going to get home and deal with it, I promise.
She's going to let me know. With the wrong later.
She is going to let me know.
But I do have my husband's back 100%.
Okay. So here's another one from Miss Aquarius. She says, all I have to say about the way you handled that is... I know that's right. Okay, that one killed me. Okay, that was crazy. Let me scroll up so y'all can see that. Yeah, she said... the way you held that is, I know that's right. And I love how you put her crap out of your trunk. Okay, let me open that up.
Somebody's mad because I'm not paying him attention.
Oh, is Cody tripping with you?
Yes.
Yeah, she said, kudos to you, sir. Sorry you had to deal with that.
Karen.
Here we go again. Tell me she wasn't right, though. This is real talk. This is what she was talking about.
Yes.
This is exactly what she was talking about. It's like some people... You can be disrespectful to somebody without even realizing that you're being disrespectful.
Yes. With that situation, with that gentleman, he was an older gentleman, and you could tell that he ran his kingdom, so to speak. It was do it my way.
He liked to dictate.
Because you could tell even in the beginning when you had corrected him, well, this is Uber and this is how it works. You give me your name so that I can make sure that I have the correct passenger. And he did so, and then you proceeded to tell him something else, and he was like, well, I have a backpack. Just give me a ride. That was disrespectful from that point.
Did you see the way he threw that backpack in my car?
I did see that.
Okay, and I don't, like I said, if you haven't seen it,
You two are adorable. Thank you.
How do you pronounce that?
Lazonct.
Lazonct. How you doing, man? Real talk. We're just going through a couple of these comments here, man. I do got to apologize, though. It was a lot of comments that hit a lot of these videos at the same time. I do try to respond to a lot of them. If I didn't respond to a comment you made, I do apologize. But we are going to keep it pushing. Let's see. How do you say this? KPD 07 what?
You know I can't see.
You can't see that? This is how
KPD,
old people read.
Yeah, I have to use my bifocal, guys.
Yeah, I just pulled mine
KPD 017.
And what is he saying? Talking about? He says, first time viewer and former Uber driver here, which means he at least has a little knowledge on what's going on. Okay, we're making friends already. Lazonct. I love it. Real talk. All right, but real talk, he says, first time viewer and former Uber driver here. So that means he got some experience with that. First of all, I would have said, you can't bring that plate of food in here. Drop the ride right then and there. Hell no. Y'all gotta see this whole let me get up so y'all can see the whole thing. She was an entitled little bi. What is that? Dead face laughing. I'm dead laughing when you drove off because you knew she was slow rolling the whole time and took her crap out the side of the road. My prayers with you and your wife. FYI, guys, thanks for all the prayers. They mean the world to us, real talk. With everything being said and done. And I do want to touch on that for just a second.
Don't make me emotional.
I'm not even trying to go through that right now. Lazonct said, I'm doing well. How y'all doing? We're doing great. We're dealing with my wife's diagnosis. She's actually here. She's doing great. You're on what round?
I just finished round number 4 of chemo. I have 8 more to go. I actually have another CT scan, which was the appointment that I had that day of that ride with the young lady.
That was the CT.
That was my CT scan.
That was the first CT scan.
That was the first CT
Correct.
scan to find out how large the tumor was so that they could stage it.
Oh, Jesus.
I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, did you see that on the screen?
I did. But anyway, I just finished cycle 4. Got 8 more to go. Have a CT on the 17th, and an appointment with my oncologist the 19th. So hopefully we hear good news on that. I think we will.
I think we will too.
I feel great. Have my good days, have my bad days. Most of it is just being tired.
Real talk. Real talk. And we're not going to get too deep into that because our medical diagnosis stuff, that's our business.
Well, we kind of made it their business.
Well, we don't trip off of it. We don't trip off of it. To keep it 100 with you, I mean, this is a part of life, and we take everything head on. We don't hide from it. We don't judge it.
Radio.
We don't Miss Holly, hit me up if you need radio.
You mean radiation?
You're way too strong. Keep up the great work. Keep up y'all in my prayers. Keep y'all in my prayers. We appreciate that, man.
Yes,
real talk.
I think that's a lot of what pulls us through because everybody, we have a very good support
My
system.
question is, does she got a radiation machine at the house?
I know, right? It's like, can I just do?
Because I'm not even gonna lie, that was kind of Gucci. I need to hurry up and get this comment off my screen.
Please do. What is it entitled?
Yeah, y'all can read that for what y'all want. I've taken over 1,000.
That's what I thought. Actually, after I finish with this 12 cycles of chemotherapy and we see where the tumor is at, I am going to have to do chemo and radiation.
Chemo and radiation.
So,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to be a long process.
It's a long process, but it's stage 3, so this is this is serious stuff. Real talk. But this lady right here, the nerve to jump in an Uber, someone else's vehicle with a plate of food. But I think the issue that people don't understand, that came from live from the 757, live from the 757. I love that name. People don't understand that this is your personal vehicle. That's what a lot of people don't get. You take your kids to work in this vehicle. You may drop this is not just an old beat up car that Uber just gave you for the sake of giving you. This is not something that somebody wants to throw away. This is your personal vehicle.
If that's what you want, you need to take a yellow cab.
If that's what you want, you need to take it. Them cars are bought specifically for you to hop in and out of and tear up. This one was not. But even with it, this being your personal car, there's several tiers of Uber, man. It's not just Uber X, here's $5, and I've bought 2 hours of time. I'm not a Segway downtown that you could just rent for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That it doesn't work that way.
Did you get to the point where I'm assuming ice cream? I'm not a big ice cream eater, but
She's lying. Miss Karen, she's lying to you. Keep going, baby.
She said, "Yeah, no one eats in my ride. I don't blame you there. I'm not a big ice cream eater because I'm lactose intolerant, but."
Tell her about the olive.
Oh my God,
Oh,
I
now-
love olives.
No, wait. We usually pit. That is our drink. You'll probably see us here with them in a minute. But usually when we wind down at night, we come home. We'll usually have a beer, and we usually pit the big Greek olives with jalapenos in our beer. We'll have 2, maybe 3 beers on wine for the night. And this is like our nighttime ritual. When she started her chemo, she had went through everything she had to go through, and one night she went to take a bite out of one. She pulled it out the fridge, just went to grab one to take a bite, and her whole face locked up.
You would think I had just stuck a whole lemon in my mouth. That was the reaction. It was like a.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was horrible. Sorry for the face. I know that was ugly, but that was really the face.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
She's making guacamole, so that's why she's typing. That sounds really good. Guacamole.
I'm not gonna lie. Where
she
are
meant ice cream?
Where are you, Miss Karen? She's making some guacamole.
Yeah,
We might need to.
We might. Yeah. Are you in
she's
Pueblo?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we need to get past that real quick. Let me get to the next one. Wow, you were very patient. What the F is wrong with certain people? It's how they was raised. Real talk. That's just the way that I'm looking at that. Oh, jeez. This one is.
Oh, is this the one?
This is a super long one, guys.
Oh, that's one of them from her.
This okay.
Is the one. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I had very strong opinions on her comment. Both of them, actually.
Yeah, you guys are probably going to want to read this one for yourself. This one wrote a book.
Just read through it real quick.
She said,
I think Karen had
good.
actually commented on that one, possibly. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Not for sure. There was a lot of replies.
There was a lot of replies.
There was a lot of replies in here. I'm not for sure. But what I can say, this young lady did not seem too happy with me. But this is what she said. I watched that video and I am really annoyed with the driver. You should have not taken that ride. Well, why shouldn't I take a ride? It's literally my job. No, you couldn't go onto that base. You picked her up anyways. She's a young woman. Well, let me stop right there and address this. So one, you're saying I did something nefarious. That's what you're implying. Oh, I can't get on base. I don't give a damn. I'm going to pick her up and just drop her off at the front gate. That's not how that happened. I informed her I could not get on base, and she requested a different location. FYI.
The only thing that you did wrong in that situation right there was not have her change the destination on the Uber app.
Correct. Now, if she would have gotten in the car, you seen what type of young lady this was. If she had gotten in that car and I'd have stopped and said, hey, I don't give a damn. You got to get on your phone and change the destination to Loves or change to the front gate because I'm not even woo. She'd have been like, and she'd have been all up in her feelers. Now I'm being because she and her purse about it. Anyway, that just really got me. She's assuming that I knew this one was going to Fort Carson. I did not know until I swiped.
Yes.
And then she also said that she was a young woman. That line irks the crap out of me. Why are men expected to be men at 18? Get the hell out of my house. You a man. You supposed to stand on your feet. But oh well, she's a girl, so she's just stupid. What does that mean? She's not smart enough to figure out that she was supposed to call her boyfriend to get there? That doesn't even make sense to me, man. To stop and say that she's a young woman. Once again, you are really, I'm sorry, did y'all say lady? I'm not, man, I try to be respectful to everybody. I'm not perfect.
And honestly, I have a daughter her age.
Correct. Correct.
We have a daughter her age.
I speak to everybody with respect. It looks like that is fuzzed out over there on that TV. Oh, I ain't got my glasses on.
You do not have your glasses on.
So yeah, I did say young lady, and I would like her to grow into a young lady. Hopefully, she learned from this situation.
Yes.
But this is a long one, so let me keep reading. I'm put it close to my face, see if I can't read it. She's a young woman, and she agreed to let you drop her off at the gate, but she paid you for a longer ride.
No, she didn't.
She did not. Once again, once I end the ride, all payments stop. Uber adjusts the fare and refunds the rider. They do not pay for.
They actually don't charge the rider until after the ride is over.
After the ride is done, you don't like just pay up front $90 and they just took that money.
I've had to take an Uber too,
so. Correct. So that's it.
That's where they offer you. Would you like to tip?
Correct. They ask you, do you want to leave a tip? You want to, which we know she wasn't leaving a tip, so it is what it is. Then you drive. Oh, wait, what else did she say? The proper thing for you would have done
was to sit there and accommodate her.
Was to sit there and accommodate her since she accommodated you. She did not accommodate me at all. She requested a different drop off. That's all she did. Then you drive off and you want to leave this young woman on the side of the road somewhere because you're throwing a tantrum. You're throwing the tantrum at her. I'm throwing the tantrum at her, and you are correct.
You acted entitled.
Correct. I'm throwing the tantrum at her because she wouldn't get out my car. One, and if she would have asked nicely, you're my wife, you know me a long time. If she had asked nicely, what do you think would have happened?
You would have waited until you couldn't wait no more.
I wouldn't let nobody take advantage.
You had a few minutes.
I wouldn't let nobody take advantage
before you had to get back.
If she would have had a decent conversation and she was being nice to me, she could have finagled at least a good 10 minutes out of me.
Or if she would have kept you informed, hey, my ride is on his way. He'll be here within a few minutes.
She did not say a word.
Not a word.
She did not say one word. Real talk. Until I mentioned, so are you getting out? Mm-hmm. That is.
She was like, well, I told you I had to wait on my ride. And
correct.
That was it. And went back to her phone.
And just ignored me. If that wasn't the most disrespectful thing ever, and that's what made me turn and say, hey, this ride is over. I'm leaving. Anyway, let's keep reading this. You want to keep reading it? You can probably see it better from over there.
Oh, not really. Okay.
Can we blow this up?
I
wish I could make this bigger. I'm going to try to make this bigger. I think Miss Karen got us onto something. Let's make that a little bit bigger.
Okay, then you drive off. Oh, you're moving the thing.
Yeah, I just made it bigger because yeah.
Yeah, because I can't see it on my phone.
Acting entitled, and I don't understand why she was just waiting in your car for her ride to show up. You should have accommodated because you didn't have another client to pick up. Well, that's wrong also. I did have another client on my waiting list. How did you assume I didn't have nobody to pick up? I guess I just sitting there in between rides. Let's go back to the beginning. Remember, she did you a favor knowing you couldn't get on the base because, wait, a favor? No. That's my car. There was no favors given. This was an agreement between two people. I will give you X amount of dollars to take me to a specific location. She renegotiated that location. But that's all Uber is, especially if you wanted a different ride. You can get an Uber luxury.
You can get a comfort.
You can get an Uber comfort.
Yeah.
In which you can tell the driver, I don't want to speak right now, or turn up the radio, or I would like cool air. When you get a regular Uber, my job is to take you from point A to point B, and that is it. So, and I guess she didn't too much understand that. It wasn't the form like a daycare or take her to keep babysitting.
Some people don't know Uber etiquette.
Some people don't know Uber etiquette. But we went back to the beginning. I guess she's thinking that I did this young girl a favor. You couldn't get on the base because you didn't know how to behave as a child.
That you didn't.
Well,
but anyway.
she knows me really well as a child. She knows my whole life.
Right.
That shouldn't have been her problem. You should have never taken the client in the beginning because you couldn't go when you needed to go. Okay. Yeah, she was just wrong on so many facts. I'm not even going to go there with her. Then Miss Aquarius, she's actually made a few comments. I really do like her. But she says he told her from the jump that he can't go on the Fort Carson. And that is correct. She said, that's okay. You can drop me off at the gate, at gate 1. And someone will pick me up from there. The issue wasn't where I fumbled. The issue was that person did not stop to drop her, to pick her up, man. That's so disrespectful, man. You wouldn't even understand. Some people need to actually read the rules of Uber, and they are clearly posted on the app. It's a lot of them.
People don't bother to read that, though.
They ain't trying to read none of that crap. They're not trying to read none of that crap. That's so crazy. Shauna Okemi, Rose Hill 8123. So let me get this right. He should have put this young lady's convenience and comfort above his wife's. No, this is for that's from you. Look at that. Holly snuck in.
Yeah, I had to speak my piece on this.
That didn't make no sense. Did you want to read that comment?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay, let me see what Miss Holly said. Let me see what Miss Holly said. Go ahead, baby.
So let me get this right. He should have put this young lady's convenience and comfort above his wife. He did state that his wife had a very important appointment that he could not miss. Anyone that doesn't believe a man should put his wife first has issues. Secondly, I have a daughter around this age who would never think to act like this in or on someone else's property and knows and understands Uber etiquette. And let's not talk about empathy and compassion. She had mentioned this in another comment.
Correct.
For other people. This young lady had no care or compassion when told his wife was just diagnosed with cancer and had an appointment that could not be missed. Yeah, so with all due respect, know your facts before opening your mouth.
Facts.
Just FYI, because I didn't miss that appointment, because my husband chose to put me first.
Facts.
I was able to start my cancer treatments immediately and am on the road to beating it. Thanks for your concern.
She, I don't think, was concerned. I think that she just wanted to. Yeah, she was not playing with that lady. She was not playing with her.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Real talk.
You want to talk about care and compassion? Okay, well, let's have care and compassion for somebody outside of your race as well.
Okay, so you got to understand, all these people are actually replying to this.
Her comment.
Correct.
Yes.
So Miss Shauna posted this. And I do appreciate that. A lot of you guys from the channel. And I want to say a special thanks to all the new subscribers who hopped in the channel, who's helping us out, who've been showing us love, who have been showing us support. FYI too, if you want to help us with support, there's a thank you button on your YouTube page. You could donate there. We're also going to have our website linked tomorrow. Told her. Real talk. He's from the South. He's from the South. But yeah, we're gonna have our website probably linked to our YouTube here within the next couple days.
These t-shirts, I gotta get in the camera, and I can't.
What you
I'm trying
to
show the t-shirts.
Oh, and my bad. Can you see it?
No.
Let me twist this down a little bit.
Because you got yours on too.
But mine's is better though.
This just because it's in your colors. This is the is the rectal cancer color.
That is the rectal cancer color. But this is the Uber Ants color.
Our two youngest actually designed these t-shirts, and my son, who is 23, has printed them up and is selling them. So to help us, he's donating any profits that he makes to the Help Mom Pay Her Medical Bills Fund.
Ooh,
so if y'all would like to show support for that, tonight or tomorrow, depending what time we finish here, I am going to get them posted on the website.
And we're also going to link our website to our YouTube.
And we're going to link the website to the YouTube. We haven't figured that out yet, as we're just able to do it because he just got monetized.
Correct.
So
apparently
all of that will be up within the next couple of days.
Yeah, I did not know that. There's a lot of things we can do now. Memberships, super chats.
Yeah, a lot.
It's super
lot.
Crazy. And we got to figure out how to make that stuff work. So. Let's get down here to the next. Driver does not know drop off until we pick up passenger. That was me. I gotta go down a little bit because the young lady. Here it is. This particular. Oh, you guys can't see it. What the hell? What is going on with my OBS? Let me see if I can tap it and go into it. Oh, it's right here. I'm trying to get it to open up.
Why is it not coming up on your screen?
Oh, because it's one of the replies.
Oh, but it should still come up on your screen.
It's like all the way at the bottom.
It's
like all the way at the bottom, and I can't put. Okay, there you go. Go on ahead and read that.
Okay. You clearly think you're entitled as well. He told this little girl to jump. He couldn't take her. She agreed to be dropped off where she had someone picking her up. His job is to drop her off, not babysit.
Facts.
She's lucky it wasn't me. Once I swipe and say get out, my shit, you get the fuck out my shit. Because at this point, you clearly wanted your ass beat. You're lucky he was nice about it. Uber doesn't pay people to babysit. They're charged for the ride that they accept. Once they swipe, that's it. They already know what they are being paid before they accept it. He doesn't have to accommodate anybody. She don't like it. Get a fucking car. Take your ass on the bus.
Jeez.
Wait, wow.
I did not see this comment.
Waiting is cutting into his time to make money. It would be nice, but nobody does that. Uber drivers, cabs, or anything has to wait for you because they young and a female or male. You sound dumb as fuck.
Real talk. FYI, if this was a city bus, and she was trying to get off, and she wanted her boyfriend to come help her grab the laundry or something like that, would y'all really expect the bus driver to just sit there and wait? I mean, and no way that makes sense.
He wasn't there to help her grab her laundry.
No. Yeah,
that's my whole thing about this. Everybody is mad at you because you didn't sit and be a duck and wait with this little girl.
Correct.
My question is, her man had 45 minutes to get there.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Now, here's the one thing that I know, and maybe this is just my husband. Maybe I got the special one. But if I had an Uber coming 45 minutes away, my husband would have been like, I'll be there in 35. He would have been there waiting for me when I arrived at the destination.
I'm not perfect, but I also know if I wasn't there waiting, I probably would have heard it and or caught an attitude that I wasn't trying to deal with. So yeah, guess what? I'm trying to be there on time. And more importantly, if in fact I was the one sitting on the curb, my wife would be there. So it didn't matter to me. I wouldn't have left my wife nowhere.
If I got caught in traffic or something like that, I would have been in communication with you.
We're communicating. But I wouldn't just communicate with her. I'd also communicate with the other person. You can't wait last minute. She was trying to slow roll, hoping I just didn't say anything. And then when I did say something, she got combative, thinking she could just kind of shut me down. And
well, let me just argue with him.
The more I
argue with him, the longer he gonna sit here. Well, you're wrong about that. My husband will argue and drive at the same time.
Correct. Well, I wasn't even tripping off of it. Her thoughts was, if I don't get out the car, you can't leave, so screw you. I'm not getting out the car, so whatever. And that was her genuine thoughts about it.
That was.
If I don't get out the car, you can kiss my ass. I'm going to wait in this car until my man gets here. And I'm like, if you're going to wait in this car, you're going to be headed back to Pueblo. That was the scenario with it. So let me keep going here. FYI, if you guys haven't, man, reach down, hit the like button. Feel free to hop in, make comments. We're going to try to start blowing through some of these comments. I know that it's a lot on these comments, but I thank the Lord that as a Lyft Uber driver, I never encountered such a passenger. Your patience is top notch, sir. It is not even a little bit. I'm very impatient. But also, as somebody who's been through the criminal justice system, man, I see the BS. And I'm not falling for it. So if I get out the car and I try to snatch her out, all of a sudden I physically assaulted her. Yes. All of a sudden I'm the one that's in the wrong, and I'm the one that needs to be in jail, and I'm the one that lost my patience. It's happened too many times. I felt at that moment I completed the ride. I'm done. I'd
have lost my shit as soon as she raised her voice to me. I'd have thought she was one of my kids and slammed that car up into the park and snatched her ass up.
My first instinct was to slam on the brake and say, look, little girl, you talking to the wrong guy.
I've actually done that to my daughter in the middle of the street. Threw it in park and was like, excuse me?
In the middle of a sentence.
In the middle of a, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so here's one, and this is actually a good one, though. I don't agree with this Uber driver. I think he's rude. And his mouth is very foul. Real talk. Did I say one cuss word during that video?
I think you did, maybe once or twice.
Listen, man, let me talk about that profanity. People are on here, talking like, this dude, he was super respectful to her and super nice. I'm super respectful to anybody I speak to. I'm not that guy that walks around like, fuck this, fuck that, nigga this, nigga that. That's just not who I am. But I am 50. I'll say what I want. Period.
It just seems like the older you get, the less filter you have.
The less filter you have. Yes. I'm a God-fearing man. I pick God first. But I also know that God knows my heart, and he accepts me and all of my flaws. I don't go Bible thumping. I don't go begging people to follow this or to read that or to do this. No, I just try to be a better person every day. I try to be the best person that I can be. And that's why I was speaking to her with respect. I speak to any and that wasn't a stage scenario. I don't call my wife out of her name.
Ever.
You're never going to hear hey, bitch, get my fucking sandwich. That's not how I speak.
I'd laugh. If he ever did, I'd have thought he was joking and laugh.
That is not how I
get
speak.
Get your own damn sandwich.
Listen, man, I work too hard to be respected, right? So I understand what respect means. That's why I give it. Real talk. Respect is to be earned, not just given.
Right.
And not just to be assumed.
If you want respect, you have to give respect.
Real talk. Real talk. I did respond to this person. I just said, I'm sorry you feel that way.
And I respect your
opinion. I respect your opinion. All right. I was rude.
The comment below, though, he was very respectful. What video are you watching? It's like, for real.
For real, man. But some... And that's just the trolls. They see what they want to see. They hear what they want to hear, man. It is what it is. Okay, this one. Bro, your patience is awesome. I do not think that is correct. I'd be the most impatient person in the world. It's okay. You did this to Chicago. Okay, so this is important. Yeah, this is important. I don't even know if I could bring this video up. Nope, y'all guys can't see the whole thing. And I doubt if they can hear it. So this is the video in which... the elderly gentleman left the trash in my car, and I set it out and gave him his trash back. A lot of people was angry about that. They felt like I littered, and I did litter. I shouldn't have actually left it there, man. I feel like this is your trash. You need to deal with it. Right? I felt like
understood your reasoning behind it, but yes, you did litter.
I did litter, and I did not like. And in hindsight, nobody's perfect. I shouldn't have done that, man.
If you didn't notice when you told him that he could be charged a cleaning fee for that, he was like, "Hey!"
That's when he wanted to engage.
That's when he wanted to talk.
Yeah, he was like,
"You gonna charge me what? First of all, my wife done tracked me here because you couldn't turn off my location."
Correct. He's nervous. He's scared. Thinking he's getting tracked by his wife, the FBI, the feds, because he at the motel meeting his 12-year-old niece.
Well,
his massage.
Don't automatically put him as a pedophile.
Look at him.
That may not be. Well, I know, but
I don't know, guy. I don't know.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, man. I'm gonna come out of that.
I'm
gonna come out of that. It is what it is. Okay, so let me go back here.
I'm sorry.
I may speak to you respectfully, and it doesn't mean I'm your friend. And that's that is real talk.
Exactly.
That is real talk, man.
Exactly.
Not only in my world, I interact. I deal with a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people, not only on YouTube, but just in general. Whether it's me and my Uber, we flip houses, we flip cars. We are always engaging with people, and we're always respectful with them until they're not. Mm-hmm. And I could turn on a dime, boy.
And yeah, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, I will let somebody know what I think about them real quick, though. Okay, this is a great one. Let me see. Some people's children are just ridiculous. He clearly told her he could not get on base. She knew she could not just stand at the gate just waiting for a ride. They do not let you do that at the gate. That's actually incorrect.
That is incorrect.
There's actually a visitor center there.
Right there, yeah.
There's a whole building. I don't know how many of you guys actually seen this. I know there's only a couple people watching this live.
That's not at every gate, though.
At this gate, there was. This gate, it was. We pulled up to the visitor center. This is not like a picnic bench. It's a whole building with a full staff. They got seating, tons of vending machines, fresh coffee, donuts, and armed security. And it was less than 7-8 feet away from her. She could have just walked to the visitor center and waited for her military person. She didn't want to do that. But this person, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that comment was incorrect. She could have waited at that military gate for him. She expected him to waste his time catering to her, shaking my damn head. And that was the problem. She didn't ask me to cater to her. She didn't even offer a tip to say, man, I don't want to be out there. I got this thing with me. I don't want to be out there in my bonnet looking homeless. Let me give you $5. Just give me another 5 minutes. That's not what she said. It was, hell no, I'm not standing out there looking stupid like this.
I ain't standing out there with all my stuff.
Yes, you is standing out there with all your stuff.
Are you coming back to Pueblo?
Are you going back to Pueblo? It's not my job to wait on you. I'm sorry.
You gotta pull that bottom one up because it won't go up.
Oh, that was me.
Oh,
actually.
No, that was...
Uber asks, the base has a visitor center? Nice. LOL. I did not see this one. Yeah, I mentioned they have a visitor center. Not there where she could have waited. Oh, right there where she could have waited. Coffee, cakes, everything. Real talk. Uber asks, that base has a visitor center. Not all of them do. She absolutely needed to get out of your car either way. But with them having a visitor center there, okay, I got her. No justification for her behavior whatsoever. Real talk. And that's funny because in the video, you couldn't see that, but we pulled into the visitor center. That's where she went to, at gate 1 where she asked to be dropped off at. Let's keep going. Me and my wife be sitting here. Usually in the mornings, we'll kind of wake up, roll over, look at each other, smell each other's breath for a second. Oh my God.
You're like, oh, go brush your teeth. Coffee.
We'll read through some of the comments before and it be friggin' bananas.
That's how we start our day. Anyway.
That's how we start our day. And we don't take none of them as disrespectful. People have their opinion, and you're entitled to it. I just don't have to live by it. And not only that, if you say something crazy, don't expect not to get called out on it. You can't say, oh, he asked for a comment, I called you a dumb, stupid motherfucker, and now I'm like, why are you giving me the bird? Hey, your comment suggested that. Okay, let's keep going. You got more patience than I would have ever had. I would have immediately called the cops or yanked her out of the car.
What did I tell you the first time I saw the video? Before it was even posted.
Oh, we missed one. I would have driven to the police station and let you out there. But I do got to address that statement about calling the cops. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people say just call the cops. I got to address that statement. And another statement too. In the video, I mentioned something about white people at the end, and I want to
call the important white people.
Correct. Stick around because I want to address that statement also, but I want to address this specifically on why I did not call the cops right then and on the spot. So I'm gonna tell you first, as a 50-year-old black man here in America, and I'm not making this a racial issue. This has nothing to do with race.
This is facts.
But I can genuinely tell you, there has never been one time in my life where I have called the police and they showed up to help me. That's first thing. I've never gotten a fair shake with them. Even if I caught him like this person's jumping on me, beating me, he done shot at me. They're like, well, what did you do? Do you have anything in your pockets? Well, what's in your car? You mind if we search this? It's always something. So I've never gotten a fair shake with them, and I wouldn't expect to get a fair shake now. But that's not why I didn't call the cops. I didn't call the cops because, as everybody knows, it's going to take the cops at least an hour to get there. That's what she wanted.
Because it's not an emergency.
Because it's not an emergency. So I call the cops. I'm forced to sit there for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours waiting for the cops to get there while her boyfriend pulls up in 15 freaking minutes, picks her up, and she's on with her day.
Or brings his homeboys with him.
Getting exactly what she wants. Or brings his homeboys where I get jumped, robbed, whatever else. You never really know what happens with that. Wait, I may speak to her respectfully. I already read it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Guys. All right, so we're going to start going a little bit faster. You ready for speed reading? 101, speed reading. I'm going to hop up on here. We're going to get in there.
All right.
Okay, so now we're at this one. Teresa Nora 6714. He could have waited 7 minutes. Really? She did not ask you to rob a bank. She just wanted you to wait for 7 GD minutes. You jerk. You got to understand, you're starting this with an insult. Now I'm a jerk, right? You're personally attacking me. All right? So that's the way.
The ones that attacked me. In the beginning, it was like, wait a second, what do I have to do with this?
What do I got to do with anything?
Yeah.
Name calling, huh? Just like her. Shaking my damn head. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that's all you really can say about that. Vintage Fly. Hell nah. Vintage Fly. How you doing? Thanks for coming through and thanks for the comment. Real talk. So, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, here's another one. Why would I have handled it this way? No, I would have called the police and had her removed. However, you gave her multiple chances to get out of the car, and you didn't speak to her, disrespectfully. Let me open that up. Wasn't intelligent enough to understand the situation fully. I think she wasn't intelligent enough to understand the situation fully.
She understood the situation.
I disagree with that.
Trying to manipulate the situation.
Yeah, I disagree with that on multiple fronts. So the first thing that I want to address is you got to understand you're looking at things through hindsight, my guy. Hindsight is 2020. So you can look at this video and you can replay it. This happened to me in real time. So how I handled it is just how I handled it at the time.
Right.
Yeah, I stand on that. But the calling the police one, again, that came up a lot. You call the police, not only because you called them, so you got to understand, now you are obligated to wait for them to get there.
Yes.
And in Colorado Springs, it's going to be about 2 hours. On a non-emergency call, if you don't say a gun and or a knife or somebody is dying, you're going to be waiting a minimum of 2-3 hours. But also, this wasn't a police situation. This is not, listen, this is my big problem with society today where everybody's like, call the police. My son's on drugs. Call the police. You don't call the police for everything in your life. Oh my God, my boyfriend had 3 beers and I don't like it. Call the police. Listen, man, this was not a police situation. This was a civil situation between me and her. There was nothing really criminal done as far as this situation goes. You can argue, people have said that I kidnapped her. I love this Miss Karen. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. And FYI, man, because of that statement right there, I am never gonna use the term Karen in a derogatory way. We gotta make a different name.
We gotta make a name.
We gotta make a different name. We gotta use the platform to push a different name.
Your sister's name is Karen too, so.
Vintage Flies like, hell yeah. I'm not
we
gonna
all
lie.
like guacamole.
Man, Miss Karen has been talking about this guacamole the whole time.
We got some avocados.
Girl, you're killing me. We're about to end the live. We're about to end the live stream. Okay.
I might have to make a trip to the store, babe.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay, man, real talk. So yeah, everybody does kind of handle things differently. I get you would have called the police, and not only that, but the police more than likely were a different experience in your life, right? So, for instance, if you're a older white woman, if the police pull you over, more than likely they're gonna ask if you need any help. You got a flat tire? Here, I'll change it for you. They're not gonna say that to me. They're going to say, well, why is your car in the middle of the road? And here's a ticket for that. And you're too close to this intersection. And where were you on the way to? And what you got in the trunk? Yeah. That's all I ever got. You in Cali? I'm not in Cali. Oh, it's Vintage Fly. She's Vintage Fly. He's in Florida. Matter of fact, man, I don't know who's watching this or where you guys are from. I am in Colorado. So if you guys can, feel free. Drop where you're from in the chat. Let's get to know each other, man. We see Vintage Flies from Florida. I heard to live in Florida, you have to have.
Facts, my lady is right. Yeah.
In order to live in Florida, you have to have gills.
No, not necessarily.
I heard
there's parts
it was
of Florida
thick.
that are because the humidity.
The humidity was thick down there. Is what I'm not for sure. And I don't. She said, "Facts, my lady is white." I don't understand where that came from.
Because you were talking about how the difference, how you get treated by the police if you're white versus black.
If you're a white person,
that's a sad thing to say, but yeah,
if you're a white person,
totally different than when
correct.
he gets treated.
If I was a white man, the first words out of my mouth would be, let me rephrase that. If I was a white woman, which is I think why we have so many quote unquote canopsis, we got to come up with a new name. That's why we have so many entitled little brats like that.
Yes.
Real talk. Because of that thing, they feel like I can, if I threaten you with the police, and that brings me to the important white people statement.
Yes.
But if I threaten you with the police, you have to do what I say. You have to put that context, as a 50-year-old black man, you have to put that context, you have to put that statement in context for me, real talk.
We're seeing the first generation raised on anti-social media from womb to age 25 and up. And that's the problem. We're not raising our children. We're letting video games, cell phones, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're letting that raise our children. That's a babysitter.
It's a babysitter, and they get their moral cues from whatever their favorite TikToker is, whoever their favorite guy that they're following, whatever their favorite rapper is,
Yes.
and all of that stuff is fake, man. But I do want to go back to this. If you view police through the lens of a white woman,
it's in reference to how they handle us differently being pulled over. Yeah.
Correct. But if you look at it that way, real talk. If I was an older white woman, I would assume that every single time I had a problem, I can call them and they'll come fix it. I don't like this guy in my neighborhood. He's making me feel uncomfortable. I've had this call on me several times. And the police don't roll up like, they roll up like, what are you doing here? Where are you going? What's in your pocket? Get up against the car. That's why these are the encounters that I've had with the police.
Yes.
And I'm like, how can you even do this to me for walking through a neighborhood?
They pulled, and I'll use this as an example.
This is a fact. Hold on. I'm on a roll and I'm so mad, baby. I am so mad about that. And you got to understand that back in the day, black women used it more than white women. We weren't in white. Now, I'm from Pittsburgh. We were in a predominantly black neighborhood up in Pittsburgh. And it was your girl that if she didn't like how you was acting, you going out with your buddies, well, I'm going to cuss you out, push you. And if you push me back, I'm calling the police. If you do this, I'm calling the police. Whatever you do, I'm calling the police. You better not, or I'm calling the police. They felt like they had the right to smack the shit out of you. And if you hit them back, I'm calling the police. It was an easy way to get their way. And when they called the police, I'm sorry for saying this, but Ray, Pookie, whoever else never showed up. And they never had my side, ever, not a one time. So that's the context in which I view that. When somebody threatens to call the police on me for some dumb stuff, you gonna call them important white people on me to come force me to do what you want me to do. Well, I'm not doing it either way. My question is, what are these people gonna do? We can say, well, now there's important black people. No, they're not. We just changed the color from white to blue. Real talk. You don't understand that, but from my perspective, they still treat me the same way. George, dude still got killed for a cigarette.
Or calling the probation officer,
A fact. Facts. Dude got killed for selling Lucy cigarettes. All right. Who calls the police on somebody for selling a cigarette in the first place? And why would a man be surrounded? Well, guess what? They would not have surrounded an old white woman like that and completely choked her to death. So there's differences. There are differences. And I'm sorry. But that is the context in which I put it. There's not a racist bone in my body. I did not say that in a disrespectful way. I don't say that white people are less intelligent. I did not say that white people are dumb, that they all need to be murdered or killed, or that I am better than. All men are equal. But it is a fact that they will call them people.
Look what happened, like when the George Floyd situation.
We completely got off track.
We did.
We need a beer or something.
Totally. All of our children are mixed. Between the two of us, we have 9 kids together. Well, not together, but we're a blended family. And 8 of them are boys. Do you not know? My first thing you guys, please, when you go out, be safe. Wear your seatbelts. Make sure that you obey all the traffic laws.
Why do we gotta teach our kids this though?
Which they know this anyway.
Why do we have to hold up though? No, that is incorrect, Holly. I'm sorry. I will guarantee you, if you talk to some other people in this chat, if you talk to European or people of European descent, they do not have to stop and tell their kids, make sure your seatbelt is on and make sure that your hands are on the wheel. That's
not something that we should have to tell our children because they're mixed, because they're half black.
That shows you the differences in the system. Not only that, man, I've seen videos on YouTube where pull an old white dude out. He'll be like that old white guy in the back of my car, just self-entitled, cussing that police smooth the hell out. This is my country, goddamn! He's got to pull me over when I'm on my way to work. You stupid motherfucker! I've seen them sit on these videos. That's how they do. They'll be spitting out the window, kicking and stomping, and the police will just sit there calmly taking it. I pay your taxes, you dumb son.
They never even reach across you.
Correct. They never reach in the cars. They don't snatch the door open, cuff the guy open, have him sitting on the curb. They don't do none of that to them. They treat us differently. Real talk. So that's where that statement came from. But I want to keep going. I'm going to let you guys, I don't know how many people are in here, but I want somebody, real talk, to respond to this one for me. Actually, no, I'm going to respond to this one in real time. If you guys want, pop it up in the comments, and I'll edit the response in it with it. But this guy says, he's a dumb guy. Kept asking her over and over again if she wants to get out there. Just kick her out your car like you told her. I never told her that. Okay. Over and over again. Both her and him, her for being a little bi and him for taking her crap. I took her crap, really? Both deserve each other's company. Peace, I'm out. This doesn't even make any sense.
He just wanted to say something.
He just wanted to be in the comments. But let's diagnose this real quick. One, you're starting your comment off by being disrespectful. So that shows the type of person you are.
Exactly.
I'm going to take it as, people say what they are. So that's just what it is. You kept asking her over and over. Well, I was giving her an opportunity. Real talk again and again and again. Would you like to get out here? Because I'm not going to keep going. You said that I took her crap, yet she ended up 2 miles away from her drop-off destination. That doesn't even make sense. You also said just kick her out the car like you said you was going to do. I never said that I was going to kick anybody out. Nor did I ever threaten physical violence. You obviously didn't watch the video. That was just freaking ridiculous crazy. And if I would have got out to quote-unquote kick her out, grab her, pit her out.
Then it's charges.
It's charges. It's charges right there. The second you touch another human being, that is assault. So this is just a no-go all the way around. And the fact that you think I'm taking crap from her, that doesn't make any sense. And how would I deserve to be in her company? How would I? Because what you perceived I took crap from her. I deserve to be in her company. Okay, so I'm going to pin this comment. People wonder why I pin these comments. I'm going to tell you why I pin them, because everybody has a voice. To keep it 100, I do not believe in censorship. We are pinning this comment in real time. Y'all see me doing it right now. The comment is pinned. That's crazy. I don't know why people think this way. I'm going to like it. That lets me know that I've actually read the comment, and I'm going to respond to this comment, man. I'm not going to say too much on this, just because this does not require too much to be said. There's nothing that you can really say to people like that. So anyway, let's keep moving on.
Dumb. No, you're dumb.
Yeah, well, one insult for another. Yeah. How do you start off? To me, that's the opinion.
I would have said something more slick, like this tells me about the extent of your intelligence. Honestly,
I don't think he would have comprehended that. That's why I broke it down. You're dumb. I wanted to simplify that for him. You're dumb.
You're dumb.
You can't even say that in a nice way for him. He wouldn't have caught that.
The dude said you should have dropped her off on the highway. He was trying.
Real talk. I would never tell or take anyone to my house. Well, once again, the plan was not to take her to my house. The plan was to inform her on how serious I was. I was headed to my house, and you can get out anywhere in between there or here. You're not coming in my house with me, and if you would like to, well, that would have been a whole nother YouTube video. It would have been a whole nother YouTube video, and you guys would have loved it. But either way, trust me when I tell you, I am very safe and I am very secure in the confines of my home. Yes. So that young lady, either way, it wouldn't have mattered where she got out. Either way, I wasn't staying there.
At all.
That's not how that was going to happen.
That would have been kind of funny if you'd have brought her all the way home. I would have been like, wait a second.
Real talk. And have whoever come pick you up. Call another Uber.
Call another Uber. Uber. 'Cause,
You should have dropped her off on the highway. Hell yeah, that would have been real big. I would have left my trash. Okay, this is about the guy who left the trash in my Uber.
Car, yeah.
Y'all, if you haven't seen that, you got to go check it out. This is Mark TV 9WF. I would have left my trash too the way they be acting. I would have did a Harold off the Menace to Society when Harold left the party and tossed his 40 ounce in the yard.
Yeah, he kind of did.
That's basically what I did, man. I shouldn't have. Truth be told, I should have pulled off, took a picture, and sent it in the Uber and just charged him the cleaning fee. It's $150. I politely asked that man, "Hey, you're leaving this trash." And he turned and looked at it,
in the car.
and he was like, "I don't want that." He really, I don't want that. And then when I said, "Hey, you can get charged a cleaning fee for leaving your trash," then all of a sudden he wanted to, hey, wait a minute. Don't worry about it, guy. I'm gonna let you go with it this time. Your Uber sounds personally irritated with her. Calm down. Yeah. Okay, so this was a short that I had did on the young lady who would not get out my car.
Yeah.
So when you do a short, you have to put that in context too.
Because they're only seeing
He only seen
30-second clip.
A little clip. And yeah, in that 30-second clip, I was very irritated with that woman. So I disagreed with him. Yeah, maybe I was irritated at that moment. What group of people are diverse people? So this was on the rides over. Karen refuses to get out of my Uber. I do not understand this comment right here. It says, what group of people are diverse people? What in the hell does that have to do with anything?
What group of people
real
are
talk.
diverse people?
I don't know. But I think what Miss Karen just said right here, man, we need to make her a moderator. She
I
be
know,
on point. But there is no group of people. Actually, when you say what group of people are diverse, that's kind of a loaded question because you could be diverse in, for instance, how you eat, or you could be diverse in your political views. What people aren't diverse? Well, if you specifically speaking about white people, well, they're not. They're predominantly white, right? And if you talk about black people, they're predominantly black. I didn't really kind of get that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that question.
Yeah, I didn't really kind of get that. So I'm gonna kind of keep going. Keep posting. My husband drives too. I'm trying to get him to get a camera too. Guess what?
Yes.
A camera is a must-have. I believe I got a Cobra camera. It's a cheap, off-the-shelf Walmart brand, but it does work great. You don't need a really expensive one.
No.
You need one that you can let run 24 hours a day in case some crazy stuff happens. And that's how I use the camera in my car. It just stays on, and when somebody does something out of pocket, I have something to prove that I wasn't tripping with this person. Sorry, I couldn't be an Uber driver. This is so sad. I disagree. This is 99.9% of my rides.
Are good. Yeah.
Go great. I mean, I really do be having a good time out there. I would have picked up some more rides for my return trip to Pueblo. Only trips with 2 and or 3 passengers. Had her pile all her shit on her lap just to aggravate. I can say this because I used to drive Uber and Lyft. I met some truly interesting people, like the people who were on a vacay they desperately needed as they had been working their asses off for the COVID vaccine. That's actually kind of crazy right there. And then there was a drunk dude on New Year's who started bitch talking me the millisecond he plopped into my car like he was some sort of driving Miss Daisy situation. I swear to God, I had that exact. It's on my YouTube. A guy got in my car. This is when YouTube just broke out. Poor Ash trying to make sense out of nonsense.
He does it all the time.
I do it all the time.
And I'd be like, Aunt.
It's these crazy. Yes.
Just, it is what it is. Just leave it.
It is these. Oh, yes. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this was the height of COVID. It had just started. Should you wear a mask? Could you wear a mask? Can't wear a mask? Whatever the heck else. Uber had just implemented a mask mandate for Uber. I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't used to wearing masks. I didn't like wearing masks. I didn't want to wear a mask. However, my wife works in the medical field, and she works around the sweetest elderly ladies. And she asked me specifically to help keep her to help keep her residents safe. She was like, I really don't want to end up catching it. You don't know for a couple of days. It gets in your system. I get into my facility. This could really put their lives at danger.
We lost a lot of people during COVID.
Correct. I was there. They lost a lot of people during COVID. Now, you got to understand, I'm catching it from both sides.
I don't like you right now, Miss Karen. She's teasing.
Miss Karen.
So we can love people and not like them, right?
We can love people and not like them at the same time. That's just like my son Zay. I love him.
Oh, we have a few kids like that.
I don't like him though. He be tripping with me. For no reason he be tripping with me, man. And he expects it that I like that because I love him, I have to like the crap he does to me. Yeah, that's where they get it messed up. Like, yeah, I'm not going to this. Anyway, with this guy, he was arguing about the whole COVID situation and wearing his mask, and I was like, it's not my rule, right? So I'm catching it from both sides. One person will get him like, you're stupid for even wearing the mask. What the hell is wrong with you? Take that dumb shit off. Anti-gov. You need to woo-woo and fuck you and fuck your man. And I'm like, hey, this is not my fight. The guy right behind him would get in my car and say, hey, your mask isn't up high enough. Roll these windows down.
Right. Crack the windows.
Correct. You couldn't win for losing. It's like they wanted to put me on the front lines. But that was a good conversation. Talk about entitled and privileged. If she's a soldier, then shame on her for acting like that. Honestly, I think she was dating a soldier. I don't know.
He said she was so nice at the beginning of the ride. She was.
She couldn't have been too nice getting in my car with a full plate of food. Real talk. I took that as disrespectful out the gate. I just wasn't in the mood to argue about it. Wasn't really tripping. It was a long ride. It was a long ride. She had so much time to kind of eat that. More importantly, she had brought a bunch of stuff with her, and she had threw it all in a clothes hamper. So there was, for instance, pancake mix, open pancake mix in a hamper, right? It looked like she was going up here to kick it with her boo, and she was going to make him some breakfast, and she had her little overnight thing, and she just threw it in a hamper, and he paid for her little Uber to get up there, but the Uber couldn't get on base. I think that was the scenario. But she I don't think that was cool. And then through the whole ride, the conversation that we had, every bit of the conversation that we
from
had.
Her granny's. It did kind of look like a grandma meal.
I'm not going to lie.
Some fried chicken.
I started to say, you're acting like a Karen right now. Well, I know how you be tripping. I'm just playing, Miss Karen. I'm just playing. She is really teasing us with these chips.
I know.
But we literally ate right before we started the live.
I was eating when
we literally ate right before we started the live, man, so we were kind of tripping with it. Let's keep going. You can delete this if you want, and no hard feelings. So this was one of my favorites.
This is Karen, yeah.
This is one of my favorites right here. You can delete this if you want, and no hard feelings, but I want to say a few words about the war on drugs. I believe I pinned this comment for a day or two, if I'm not mistaken. But the DEA and FBI budgets were getting way too bloated, even if it was to grab big players. And people started whining about not enough being done in this particular war. So our government, what does that say? Gave them what they wanted, which was the numbers. And she's so on point with that. When I tell you guys I had a 24-year prison sentence, man, this was no joke. Real talk. I caught a 24-year prison sentence behind drugs. And I was not El Chapo, right? I wasn't running around here flooding schools. I was Little B Street. I was not flooding schools full of crack cocaine. I was not Nino Brown with the Carter. They gave me 24 years for that. Right now, I'm not going to say that what I did was right. I take full responsibility for what I have done. But I will say the war on drugs was wrong. Dead ass. And that is the time I did. The time I had to do for it was wrong. They was wrong for what they did to me. I'll never say.
She says that anyone and everyone who was an easy target got scooped up just to shut up the press.
Just to shut up the press. Look how many people were locking up.
And America.
They gave me 24 years for that. and left me sitting in prison to die. They didn't care if your family died. They don't care if your mom is going through some mental health issues or she needs help taking care of her house. Man, I'm telling you, yeah. Let me finish reading this because this one really struck home with me. Anyone and everyone who was an easy target got scooped up just to shut up the press and America. And when she says America, I think we know what she means. You said it just right. All that mentality accomplished was to overcrowd prisons and jails, cost exuberant amounts to house people, and the big fish, they all got away. They're all happy, comfortable, kicking it. They got one big
and
fish.
Increased distribution.
And they increased distribution.
Yeah, I like how she said, okay, I'm stepping off my soapbox.
They got a lot less heat and increased distribution. Okay, I'm stepping off my soapbox. I hope you don't. I hope you never step off your soapbox. You got a voice, you need to use it, man. You said that on point. That was perfect. Yes. Matter of fact, there was 4 comments on there. You said
delete. I'm pinning this.
Yeah, delete it. Hell no, I'm pinning this comment, man. That was right on point, man. And she responded back, if it causes an uncomfortable discussion in your comments, no worries. Kind of like that you pinned it, though. Real talk. I suffered from in the mind, out the mouth disease. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. And I do say some stupid stuff from time to time. Man, feel free to check me on it. I do not got thin skin. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm subject to think you right and pin it. I'm subject to think you wrong and pin it.
I suffer from in the mind, out the mouth disease, but try my best to behave. Not always easy for a hard-headed. Well, girl, I feel you. I really have to check myself.
Oh my God.
I had to develop a filter because when him and I first got together, I had no filter. I said what I said. And it was not always good.
Oh yeah.
At all. I've learned as I gotten older.
She said that made me smile. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I think this was one of my favorite comments. Yeah. Hands down, it was my favorites. And I've actually just seen this. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but the way that they give me because I'm actually in my YouTube studios, and the way that they actually give me the comments is in a real kind of, I get all the comments in general, and then they kind of go into replies and sub-replies. But they won't give me the replies and sub-replies. I actually have to go in to look at them, and I just don't see them all the time. But here's a comment from Miss Karen that I did not see that says, "We're never too old to grow." I love this woman. It's good for our souls.
Yes, ma'am.
Unlike anti-social media.
Yes.
How smart is this woman? Is she running for president or something? Can we nominate her for fucking president?
We could.
We should write her name in. Yeah, I'll remember to spell Holly correctly. To keep it 100 with you, everybody spells it wrong. I'm so used to when I'm at somewhere and I'm writing my wife's name, I'm so used to saying that's Holly with an I, and they still spell it wrong to the point it pisses me off now. Like, hey man, it's spelled with an I, damn it.
He trips on it actually more than I do.
Real talk.
My great grandma used to spell my name Holy.
That's funny.
That's just, yeah.
Man,
I've dealt with it my whole life. I've only seen like one other person with their name spelled the same as mine.
That was crazy. So that actually have 4 in here. So I'm back to my main page. Miss Karen had another comment. This was on a different video, and I believe now that's an update. I believe she's talking about
the monetization.
We finally got monetized. Yeah. It's been a long, hard road. For the last 2 years, I've been making all this content for 100% free. But can I actually show them the thing? Actually, as of now, yeah, take a look. That's
$264.
That's actually,
and I don't think that's updated.
That is not even. Yeah, we're not gonna go too far into that, but yeah, that's from my YouTube vids. That has nothing to do with this what's going on in the chat or if somebody helps us out. So we are officially monetized.
Just from YouTube, and that's been in a week. You got your partnership on the 13th.
Well, yeah. But okay, so I was actually gonna say, let me go to the next one. Why doesn't she just open her door and tell her to get out? Why doesn't he just open her door and tell her to get out? So many people wanted me to get upset. They're like, if you get mad, honestly, if you yell, you go and no, you're gonna get out.
Here's the thing, and this is the thing with society. This is a really messed up thing.
Oh,
People love drama. People love drama. It would have. You think you got that many views on that video? If you'd have got somewhat aggressive even on that video.
Oh, my brother's calling.
Yeah. If you would, man, you would have got triple the views.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you. The second that somebody ended up getting touched, it would have hit 1 million views. The second somebody there was blood, it would have got 500 million views. Well, guess what? I'm not that kind of guy, man. I'm a stand-up dude, and
she said she's fostering her niece's kids.
I feel like I taught this young lady a lesson. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, since I've been fostering the kids, I have to bite my tongue often.
Yes.
Yes. Real talk. Yes. Real talk. She
might
have played the leftovers from her grannies. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, man. Let's keep on going. Why doesn't she just open the door and tell her to get out? To me, it does feel like you want to just do that, and you feel like it'll work. She was already being combative. She wanted me to touch her. Like, what are you gonna do if I don't? That's just leads to escalation. That's not where I wanted to be. Number one, never give her a ride if it's not on your destination. You will not have to deal with her in first place. Then agreement while
she's taking advantage of the ride.
Yeah, you will not have to deal with her in first place. Then agreement while she's taking advantage of ride. Kick her out in beginning if not. Hold up. Beginning if not on your destination. So while he said it in a really messed up way, excuse me, Miss Michelle Ellis, I believe 779. While she said it in a really messed up way, and I'd probably like to see what I replied to that. She's actually right on this one. The one mistake that I gotta say I made, real talk, was the one mistake that I made was not forcing her to change the destination. And it's funny, I got a trip up to Fort Carson last night. I was out Ubering, late night weekend Uber, and there was a GI down here in Pueblo, and he got called back for service, whatever he had to do, and he had to get from here up to Fort Carson. I immediately told him as soon as I seen it, I cannot get on Fort Carson. He said, you can just drop me off at the gate. Oh, no.
I've been there, done that.
You have to change that destination. Oh, come on, man. I'm just No. You got to change that destination, my guy. And I made him change the destination to the Loves right outside the gate. And I told him, I said, I can drive you up to the gate, but as soon as I get there, you got to get out and go, and I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know who's going to be there waiting for you, but it's not my problem. So anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, beginning is not your destination. But yeah, she's 100% right, man. Make sure you change that destination, man. That would avoid a lot of problems. I would never do that to my Uber like that, and I appreciate that. That's Miss Shea 12. Said I would never do that to my Uber, and I appreciate that. Okay, it looks like is that at E Clark 3971 said you did it right. People think. Let me view that. You did it right. People think they can act a certain way in your ride because they put forward some money for a service. But real talk, reality is coming your way every time. And that's facts, man. That's facts. You didn't get a limo. You got an Uber. How are you going to get the cheapest version of Uber and then try to dictate? That's what really got me. I could see if you was like a Uber Comfort or Uber Luxury or something like that. You're expecting that top-notch service.
No, man, what a Richard.
And you all know the nickname for Richard.
Yes.
It's a bad nickname. I think Miss Karen will probably let us know something about that. But yeah, when your name becomes synonymous with a messed up, it's horrible. Okay, so he said, "What a Richard." This one, you are exactly right. No matter your body shape. What video
this was
for?
your video about you were talking. Should women dress better?
Correct.
Should men just enjoy the view?
Okay.
I don't know if we can hear it.
Yeah, turn that up, see if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it.
There's a little bit of lag time here.
But I'm kind of curious. But yeah, this was the video in which I stopped and asked the question. If you haven't seen this video right here, you might want to. It's in a short, actually. You might want to check out my YouTube shorts. Yeah, should men just enjoy the view? Okay, I remember that one. And then this lady said, "Oh, I lost a comment."
I
You're
don't
exactly
think so.
right. No matter your body shape, there are clothes that don't fit, skin tight to show off what's underneath them. And that's what's going on. Dress modestly, man. Have some modesty and have some respect for yourself. That's my take on it. Stop trying to be sexy and show off everything. I'm so
Leave
tired
something
of
to the
seeing
imagination.
skin tight clothes on people. And that's not just women. Thumbs up, please keep the videos coming. Oh, they're going to be coming all day. But I got to touch on this one. Venture Fly, strange connection, my lady, and I are watching Homicide Hunter right now. You gotta love that. Oh my God, real talk. All right, real talk. But I do got to touch on that right now because I do feel like these women, it's a double-edged sword. So this woman puts these yoga pants on, squeezes them as tight up into her cooch as she possibly can, goes out into public like this, and looks at you like,
Why
what,
are you looking
what
at
are you
me?
looking at, you old perv?
Oh, he said it's based in Colorado Springs. Oh, shit.
You gotta love that. Been here since 2008. I'm on my third name, and I only changed it in 2019. Not my best move, I guess. How do you change it? You've been here since 2008. I'm assuming she's talking about YouTube. You have to elaborate on that because I'm thinking she's talking about YouTube because it changed your name 3 times. What are you in the witness protection program? What have you been doing? Who have you killed? Who have you killed lately? Who is Karen really? We got to do a YouTube vid on that. Who is Karen really? Real talk. Okay, love this. Okay, I like that comment right there. The next one, she asked the Uber driver to take her somewhere and he said he cannot go on the base. She said, okay, I'll just have somebody pick me up at the gate. If he could not take you inside the base, you should have called another Uber and not even gotten into his car. That is my issue. She specifically asked me to change the destination, so that's what I did. The best wishes and prayers for your wife. I appreciate that. Real talk. Ha 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 ha. We don't need to translate that. We know exactly what that means. Personally, I would have gotten out at the gate, took her stuff out the trunk, and opened the car door, ensuring that she gets out of my car at her destination. So once again, you've done all that, and now she stops and looks at you like, and you're standing at her door looking stupid. You did all that.
You did all
You did all that. Right? Real talk. So and I guess I could have got out, pulled her stuff out of my trunk, set it on the sidewalk, started to pull off, do whatever the hell. It wouldn't have mattered. Nothing mattered. In her mind, she had it set up. She wanted to wait. So I was cool with that. But I do get that. I respect the opinion, man. Section entitled Little Brat. This is from the same person. Completely ignored you. That's the part that people didn't see. You absolutely did what was right. What a little scam artist. POS. Yes, POS. God bless you and your wife. His commentary kills me. It kills me too, my guy. I be going through some of my videos sometimes, rolling. Oh my God.
You can't say that.
Real talk, real talk. I use her as my break because sometimes I let the dumb stuff fall out my mouth. Praying for healing. God is real. Fact. He's good. Fact. And he's real good. Fact. God is still on the throne and he is real able. God will see you through this in the mighty and sufficient name of Jesus. Hey, real talk, God is good. I am an extremely religious guy. I keep my religion extremely close to me.
You're spiritual.
I'm an extremely spiritual person. I keep my religion close to me. I'm just to touch on it. I do believe in God in every part of it. I do not believe that God is here to just protect you or the people that beg him for his protection. Honestly, I feel as if God helps people who help themselves. He is not going to come and say, well, you've been praying all day, so let me give you that Maserati and that yacht now.
No.
That just doesn't make... POS and not PS.
Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk. So when I say that, man, I never pray for myself. I get up, I get out, I go do it. Ask my wife, when I get up, we go out, we start moving, we get things done.
I pray for myself all the time.
I pray for myself. I pray for myself in the context of giving me wisdom to make the right decisions. But it's not God's, and this is just my opinion. Holly has her own opinion. But of course. But this is just my opinion. I genuinely don't think that God is here to make the right decisions for us.
Well, no, that's why we have free will.
That's why you have free will. But you have to live with the decisions that you make. You can't sit out there and shoot, rob, and kill people and say, "Oh God, please don't let me die," or "Oh God, please don't let me go to prison for the rest of my life." Who would even answer a prayer like that? I mean, think about it. You just want to beg God because you feel like it's the right thing to do, when 9 times out of 10 you didn't care at the time you was doing it. Right? So God knows your heart. It doesn't matter what you say. Listen, if I'm getting ready to go kill this person because I don't like the way he's looking at me, God already knows that in my heart, and I'll be judged accordingly. Real talk. That's my personal opinion on it. I do not get into Bible thumping with people. I don't get into pushing my agenda. I just brought that up because a few people had mentioned my spirituality, and a lot of people actually sent their well wishes and they sent their prayers.
We've gotten a few comments like that.
Correct, and they are greatly appreciated. They are, because God is real and God is good, and as the man said, God is real good.
God is real good.
Now shut up and get out. What's wrong with these people? Well, that's where we was at, right?
Yeah.
Is that the right one? Okay, yeah, that's the right one. All right, and you were very proper. Now I want to know what the cops said.
Me too, because she got real quiet there for a minute.
Oh my God.
She got very, very quiet, and
she was on the phone like, and the thing that got me, she's telling the cops this story, but she's trying to tell it in a way to frame it where I could be in trouble.
Yes.
But she knows she's being recorded.
She's on camera.
So she just can't lie. I've made that clear to her. I got it all on camera.
And every time she did say something that was kind of in a roundabout way, you were quick to correct.
Every time she said
something.
No,
I'm not taking her back to the destination.
Correct.
I'm going home.
Correct. You're not just going to sit on that phone and lie on me. When we got to the destination, sir, yeah, she refused to get out. That's what happened. Don't try to sit here and tell them I'm kidnapping you. Yeah. Don't try to sit here and tell them.
I thought that was funny.
Correct. Don't try to. That was hilarious. And when she was sitting on there, what else could the operator say but, well, if the ride was over, did you not get out? Now she's trying to imply that I'm taking her and I won't let her out, but the person hears me saying, it sounds like he's asking you to get out the car. Can you get out? Because she replies something along the way. Well, he's trying to put me out on the highway.
Yeah.
But he's trying to let you out.
But he's trying to let you out. And he can hear you in the background. Do you want to get out here?
Do you want to get out here? Get out wherever the hell you want to get out, but you're getting out.
Yes.
You're not just going to get your way by trying to punk me by, fuck you, I'm not getting out your car. Excuse my language, but that's what she was saying. So, yeah, let's keep going. Okay. So she is the epitome of why I could not do this job. Honestly, man, I think a lot of people would love it, but what they don't get, because our society is so geared in. If you go to YouTube, you have a YouTube creator that just makes car content.
Right.
So you just got to be one type of thing. Oh, he's a Uber driver. That is actually the smallest part of me, my guy. That is the smallest part of me. And they don't get that. It's kind of crazy. They just don't get that. So, the fact that these people can stop and equate whether it's a person being an Uber driver or, that's not my full-time, unscripted, just 24 hours a day driving Uber from here to there to there. No, I'm in that car 3 to 4 hours a day.
Yeah. There's
another 20 hours in my day in which I'm doing other stuff, real thought, and most of that stuff's on YouTube, man, real shit. Okay, Alexander the Grout. But hey, do I got any burgers? So that was from my
that's
last video.
the last video when the downstairs remodel.
Yes, we did a downstairs DIY remodel. All right, so when I asked what I had in my hand, someone said, last one, you asked. So it is a speed square. He hit that right on the head. That is exactly what that was. Then this other Alaskan Sunset.
That's the same person.
Okay, it actually had 3 comments. Mrs. Alaskan Sunset said, my husband is a union-trained journeyman carpenter, and Alexander dumped that grout with no mask, and those fine particles flying makes me cringe. Lung cancer. That shit will give you lung cancer. Trust me, my husband, who's trained for 4 years and certified, will not wear gloves and masks on home projects for stuff. I'm like, bro, you know better. Real talk. Then he'll grab them and wear them until I leave.
Yeah.
I come back and I hear him telling his cousin, grab your mask, the boss is coming. So this is, because real talk, in the video, I was sitting there painting, doing my thing. There was particles going everything. My friend was in here. He had mixed up some grout for us. He dumped a bag of grout. Well, this was a situation where it was a DIY project. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, real talk. We weren't even trying. At a professional site, we are very professional, follow all the...
Masks, safety goggles.
Yes, this was something different. All right, you want to read these next ones? Here we go.
This is the Anchor Care.
This one is from G-Loves Ogagaro Princess. Froggy Princess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Froggy Princess 74177. Now, what an awesome job you did. Prayers for your beautiful wife, and she is bad, boy. I'll talk to you about it later. And,
no, you won't.
And you're handsome to yourself. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Stay strong, beautiful couple. So many prayers going up for both of you. Thanks for sharing your story. I would have ripped her out of that car. Subscribed happily. And we most definitely appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was from Froggy Princess. I think it's G.S. Liff. L-I-F. These are very small words.
Oh, G.S. Lil Froggy Princess.
G.S. Lil Froggy Princess 74177. Man, I do appreciate the kind words. I did do a couple responses. Thank you so much. And Holly responded.
I do respond to some of them.
It is so
I
hard.
I can't.
It is so hard to keep up with.
I'm really not a social media person. About the extent of my social media is Facebook, and I'll scroll through there and get bored with it real quick. I'd rather be outside playing in the dirt.
Real talk. So this is a post we did. The struggle is real. I don't know if you guys seen the post. We won't be able to see it from here, but it says, "God bless you, Queen. Keep fighting while." This thing got like 150 likes on it, by the way. Keep the way you got to do, working on your case. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it out. I wish you the best and nothing but. The best of luck. Real talk. And
I was on the post that you did of me at the cancer center.
Correct. Correct. And then this young lady right here, your wife is something.
The Laffy Cats. I think those are Laffy faces. She's just. I'm assuming that's your wife is hilarious. I don't get it, but if that's the deal, yeah.
Sure. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I didn't get that one, but I think that's what that means. Why in the hell is she wearing a bonnet out in public? I'm not going to lie. Obviously, this bonnet is a big deal for people. It wasn't as big of a deal for me. I don't see a lot of bonnets.
Well, here's the thing of it, because...
I need a beer.
Okay, hold on. I have a 20-something-year-old daughter who is mixed, and she does protein treatments in her hair, stuff like that, and she will wear a bonnet while they're doing this. So the bonnet, to me, isn't a big deal because I understand the purpose of it.
Correct. And if you got to do a hop, skip, or a jump somewhere.
Yeah. Tia just called me with her bonnet on, and she's at Target. I'm like, girl, why are you out in your bonnet? It's because I had to go get some hair stuff. Okay. Or I was hungry. Or, it's just one of those things. I'm
not going to say that the bonnet was a big deal to me, but it was obviously a big deal to a lot of other people, man. It was kind of crazy how many comments came up about the bonnet.
Yeah.
I think people are quick to assume. Oh, man. Give the man the benefit of the doubt. She's talking about the older gentleman in my car who was being a little disrespectful. I'm stuck on the fact.
You skipped something.
Yeah, I skipped something here. Okay, here it is. I think people are quick to assume, give the man the benefit of the doubt. He could have easily been distracted by his phone call and literally forgot his cup. It could happen to any of us. That is not the scenario.
But when it was brought to his attention, he
and
literally blew it off.
And I don't. You probably couldn't hear it from the video, but what he said was, "I don't want that," and turned and walked away. Yeah. He literally, "I don't want that," and turned and walked away. That's why I said it out. And when I actually backed up, he was sitting down. He had went over to the front and was sitting down on the phone. FYI, and didn't get up until I mentioned that he could have been charged. What did I say to this? It could have happened to any of us. It wasn't the trash that did it for me. Dude was a jerk from the start, and he was. And then he's like, okay, I understand. That makes sense. I'm still stuck on the fact that she got in your car with an open plate of food. The audacity and disrespect. I do not miss being an Uber driver. And that's how I felt about it. I just felt like you're a disrespectful person. Like I said, we didn't have no conversation in between. She sat back there eating her food, playing on her phone. I speak with people who speak to me. Some Uber riders do not like to talk. Some want to talk. Was that a file?
No, it was the neighborhood. Yeah, the Ring neighborhood.
So if they don't want to talk, I don't speak. She did not want to speak to me. She sat back eating her food, playing on her phone. That was the extent of our conversation. Then when we got there, at no point has she ever said, he's running a little late. Can you help me out? She never said that. Makes me laugh. This one was kind of crazy right here, and it
made me laugh, honestly, because that just shows the ignorance of some people.
Well, what does it say?
You lost me at your white mate.
Yes. But you want to know something? I'm gonna keep this. I thought that he said something different.
No, you lost me at your white mate. And that's a female, Beatrice.
Correct, meaning you're dating a white woman.
Yes, you lost me because of that one fact.
Because you're a white wife.
Yes.
I didn't read it that way. When I first read it, I thought they were talking about the comment that I made pertaining to...
Oh, your important white people?
Yeah, that's what I thought they were talking about. But
you lost me at your white mate.
Okay, well, I did do a couple responses to that, but they were wrong. And I was like, hold up, that's the wrong one. I keep hitting the wrong one. View reply, I can respect that. We all come from different places. We all have different experiences.
I'm a product of my life experience. I can respect that you have different experiences and different opinions.
Stay blessed,
bro.
Real talk, but I thought they were talking about the other thing. I didn't think they were talking about. So let me respond to that now.
This is what happens when you're up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning half drunk.
So let me respond to this now real quick. And fuck you too. Dead ass. That's how I feel about that.
And honestly, this is my thing. We're not racist people.
I couldn't understand how race even got into this conversation.
Because you're a black man and you should have defended your black women, which we don't see color. I can only speak to me personally, or about me personally.
Do you know how much skill it takes to take an argument between a black man and a black woman and make it racial? Somebody
and
literally
your white
told
wife
me,
got thrown into the mix without even
somebody
saying anything.
literally told me that my self-hating racist people hate. I was like, that's not even worth responding back to. Real talk, man. Some people are just ridiculous with it, man.
She says, you said you need a beer. She says, I have beer. So do we, and we're about to go get one.
No, wait a second.
She's got guacamole chips and beer.
I was getting ready to say
we need to go to California.
But we got some chips and some things and some other stuff. We got a bunch of other stuff. Well, guess what, guys? I do think that it's coming up on our time to end this. We're probably going to have another 15 minutes. We are going to drink a beer with you guys, man. I'm going to have a beer with an olive in it. That is my go-to move. We're about to get ready to wrap it up here. Honestly, we haven't even scratched the surface. I'm just going to scroll through. There's so many comments on here they are from different videos, guys. So don't get it messed up, but they are just we'll be here all night. Now, I wanted to kind of go through and touch on some of the more crazier ones that we actually had. But with that being said, I did most definitely have a blast tonight kind of reading through. Let me see if I can't change the screen. We got a couple different cams. I haven't been on here going live in a while. I should get on and play my little video game later. Is that... Where's my cam at? Over there. Is it over there? Why is this camera acting right? I think they're somewhere, I don't know.
You gotta start getting these in the fridge.
No, Olive's got
Shit that's just left out.
Olive's got the preservatives in it, don't it? Like a shit ton of preservatives. The brown powder for steak. Miss Karen said she'll come visit. She said, "Are you far from Denver?" We live in Pueblo. I did not know that you lived in Denver. But yeah, we live in Pueblo, man. So no, about what? 2 hours, give or take. Which funny, I am in Denver at least once a week. Denver's
about 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours, depending on where you're at in Denver. I can hit Denver in an hour 45. It's about 2 hours away. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys coming through. And I do appreciate all the comments that we got on all the different videos. I just kind of wanted to do a live real quick to address some of them. I am going to make a thumbnail and keep the video permanently posted. I hope you guys come back and check it out. The struggle is real. That is a fact. The struggle is real. That's real talk. But with that being said, we're going to get ready to wrap it up and get on up out of here. Uh-oh. Y'all don't know this, but my wife actually drinks red beers.
I do.
Cheers to you guys for coming through. This is a cool one for you guys.
Why are we so big?
Oh,
we like zoomed in or something.
I made the whole thing big. Y'all can actually see the pores on my nose. What is going on with that?
And they said I was getting old. Oh.
Why would somebody say that? I'm just seeing if I could play with this right now, guys. So the live stream is over.
I'll meet you at the Brown Palace for steak. I am so down.
I'm so down, real talk.
I am so down.
Oh, there it is. Y'all see me playing with the screen. I'm just playing, guys. I'm really just playing. Feel free to go on here and kick out, run off, do what y'all do.
We zoomed in or something. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. I'm over here sweating. I needed something cold to drink. So usually how this ends up working, usually by the time...
she visits Denver for the rodeo and the Westmore shows. Oh, okay, you'll have to let us know. We can meet up for lunch.
Now, I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to have my phone, my camera on, and it will be all over YouTube, but I am down for a rodeo. Real talk. So usually
that would be kind of fun. Something different.
That would be very fun. That'd be very fun. So we're coming up on our 2-hour window. This is the 2-hour live. We do appreciate you guys rocking with us. Usually how we do it, we go to the end screen.
Oh, no.
We head to the end screen.
No, not the end screen.
That's where we head to. But the mics are still on. We do still chit-chat for a quick minute, man. This is our kind of way to wind down and get on out for the night, man, real quick. Karen's like, zoom out. You didn't like my pores, Miss Karen? Miss Karen was like, you got to zoom up out of that, man. So let me ask you, baby. Oh, here's your mic back. You just can't leave that laying. You don't have it stable.
Aww.
You don't want to bounce it.
Girl, you're beautiful. Thank you very much.
Man, we most definitely appreciate that. Appreciate it. Ooh, this beer tastes so good.
Don't it?
Mm.
Oh, she's coming in January. You gonna be out here in January? We could definitely.
We will definitely be.
Something.
We will definitely be here. But I gotta ask. Out of all the comments that you read through, we didn't even get a chance to even touch on some of them.
There were so many.
There were so many. But out of all the comments that you read, what would you say is the most memorable one for you?
I have to say the most memorable one for me, and I don't remember exactly. It was Hot Topic blog or something like that. And she wrote this big long spiel about how you should be there for your. Hold on, how you should be there.
Miss Karen said that was fun. Y'all look
marvelous.
Oh my God, I love this woman. That was marvelous. Okay, but keep on though.
But she kept going on about how you should basically support your black women and this and that. And then it got into, I bet your wife is white. And then she had went back and looked at apparently some of your other videos and she made the comment, your wife is aging badly, bro, or dude. And it's like, wait a minute, how did I get caught up in your bullshit?
Yes, ma'am.
Not your bullshit, but her bullshit.
Correct.
And I told her that, keep me out your racist BS.
That was one, and it didn't bother me because you got to understand from that perspective, she was looking at what she felt was an eligible suitor. She was like, "Oh, I like this person," or "How come I'm not he with that white girl instead of me?"
It's the mentality, and I hate to say this, but it's the mentality of, and I've heard this my whole life.
I don't care how beautiful you are. I'm not dating nobody like the woman who's sitting in the back of my car like that.
Well, first of all, I didn't take your man. He came freely.
Yeah, and it's still here freely.
And it's still here.
Correct.
I can honestly say that I am his queen. But I treat him like my king, and there's a difference.
Well, when I chose
and
my wife,
and it did, and I'm going to tell you why that's the most memorable for me, because it did that comment. Want to see the progress on the Ford? Definitely will. As we get going on, right now we're still working on the house, trying to get the house together.
We're almost done with this house.
We're almost done with the house.
We got little.
You are done with the house.
We got little weekly knick-knack things on the honeydew list, but we are done with this house. We are going full bore in the garage.
Anyway, yes, and that is her own low self-esteem. But I've worked very hard to get my self-esteem to where it's at now. Correct. And honestly,
this would be like the podcast view. It's FYI, I'm getting ready to start doing podcasts, and I'm going to be talking about stuff like this. I'm going to have my wife help me with the topics. I'm going to put my little picture up like this. We're going to be doing the podcast. I'm going to try to invite my friend L.A. Ramon to do the podcast with me.
And that cough, too, I'm sure.
You hear what lighter?
The one that's, yeah. But anyways, there are no lighters going on around here. Because it did affect me a little bit. That low self-esteem kind of kicked back in for a second.
Hold on, guys.
You just went live again.
No, I was trying to make sure to turn the sound off. Okay, there we go.
You're offline?
No, hell no.
Oh, it just said the stream is offline.
Where?
Oh, okay, never mind. Because that did kind of fuck with me a little bit. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? No. Because she's probably sitting up there with her fake nails and her fake eyelashes and her fake hair and her fake boobs and possibly her fake butt. This is all natural.
Correct.
There is nothing fake on me. I cut my hair to get the fake color out of my hair.
At age 50.
At age 50. And I'm sorry, for being 51,
I hit that.
I think I look good as hell.
I hit that all the time.
Real talk.
Real talk.
So, yeah. I have... You are poking my boob.
Right
Ant,
now.
Stop. Ant.
It's nice.
Ant.
I like it.
I have wrinkles and I have scars.
That is so soft.
Every wrinkle and scar.
The cameras aren't even on. Why are you tripping?
Because you're distracting me.
I apologize.
You do it on purpose. All the time.
I apologize. So, yeah, I have
like
to say...
That's the equivalent of me lifting my shirt when you're talking mid-sentence.
No, I have to say this, man. Them comments, and there was a whole bunch of comments, especially on my TikTok. If you haven't seen it, it's Uber Ants or Uber underscore Ants on TikTok. That got over close to 1 million views or something like that.
It was crazy.
And it was predominantly urban, inner city, mostly African American females. And they were on me about that. We had to actually do a couple videos where we were kind of arguing back and forth. Y'all look so damn good. You look good.
Well, we haven't seen her yet, but I do like her profile.
I've seen the profile pic with the horse. That says everything.
I love horses.
That says everything I need to know.
I love horses.
That says everything I need to know. But to keep it 100 with you, what was I just talking about? See, you done made me.
The comments on the TikTok.
The comments on the TikTok were actually so freaking crazy, man. Mm-hmm. Them comments on that TikTok.
They were.
I mean, how could you be so racist while demanding inequality in the same breath? Why they would accuse somebody of racism for the most benign statement as they made a racist statement to that person.
Yes.
So the person would be like, "Yeah, I don't think she were really. I don't think she was really being fair in the back of his car." And this woman would jump on like, you would say that because your racist ass would woo your crack ass cracker." Wait, what?
Yeah, what?
How in the heck can you disrespect somebody in the same
For
breath
disagreeing with
that
you.
you're asking them to be respectful to you?
Yes.
And that's what really
You
killed me.
get
with
respect when you give respect.
Correct.
That's my thing. And I don't, like we had touched on earlier, I don't judge people by their race, their sex, their sexual orientation, anything like that. What I look at, how do you treat other people?
Correct.
How do you
And
treat
that
other
was
people?
my most memorable. This wasn't on my YouTube.
Right.
This was actually over on my TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman was upset because I was married to a white woman. And
a lot of them were upset because you were married to a white woman.
And I feel like, oh my God, man, if I had got married because somebody was white.
It's a Frisian yearling. She was named after me, Karina. FPS mare.
That's the horse.
That's a beautiful horse. That is a beautiful horse. Yes.
That is freaking crazy. And now I want to see more of this horse. Is she on your YouTube page? Is the question I would have, Karina. And that's one thing that honestly, if we end up doing well with this YouTube thing,
I do want horses. I want 2 horses.
So what I was gonna say was, if we end up doing well with this YouTube thing, we're trying to go out into the country and get away from the madness and get us a couple horses and enjoy the sunsets and enjoy the smaller things in life that a lot of people take for granted. Now, since we're older, we've both been through so much. At this particular point, there's not too many people here. There's like 4 people still on the going through the thing. That is a beautiful horse. But
I'm on your profile, by the way, Miss Karen.
Oh, just talking
I
page.
like your playlist. Hezekiah Walker. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, but it was just so kind of crazy. I think one of the more memorable comments that stood out to me was definitely over there, and just the whole reference of it. And the person didn't even watch the video. They seen what they needed to see and just had made the assumptions that they needed to make.
Yes.
They added the facts that they wanted to add. And admit it, I didn't watch the video. I don't need to watch it because I already know what type of person you are. Okay. I was like, a lot of people are in prison because of people like you. I looked at a person sitting behind a defendant's desk, and I could tell you're a scumbag. If you didn't do this, you did something else.
Yeah.
I was like, how can you make a decision without without knowing all the facts?
Yes.
And I think that kind of really bothered me that person was so far on that.
Yeah.
Real talk. But we've been actually going.
A little over 2 hours.
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh.
I would say we've been actually going through our. We have a whole bunch of stuff that we have yet to post. It's dumber content, the more drier content. It's just us kind of being us, whether it be painting the house, doing things around the house, doing little projects that we need to get done. That is us. But my channel is called The Adventures of Uber Ants. It's not called Drama Inside My Car. No, so that's not the type of content that I consistently create.
It's a part of it.
Correct. The reason I'm called Uber Ants is because I did all of this while driving Uber. Real talk. So I think it was kind of amazing the leap that I made from a prison cell. I did Janice Marie Johnson's EPK. She did Boogie Oogie Oogie and
Sukiyaki.
Sukiyaki.
Yeah.
I would not
I think
have
she's
ever.
talking about her playlist.
She's talking about her playlist. I know.
Yeah.
But I would never have got that name in 100 million billion years. Ever. But yeah, I think that's one of the more memorable ones for me.
Yeah.
Other than that,
a lot of controversial ones.
You know what
it
really
just really threw me that it was like, and I think this was more on your TikTok because that was where you had first posted the shorts. But people were really like just being assholes that you had a white wife, and it's like
correct. That was the important part of the video to them.
Yeah, it was like fuck the fact that this little girl was disrespectful, that she took advantage of his time and his kindness.
But your wife is white.
But your wife is white. That's why you feel this way. That's why you treated her. No, let me tell you, that could have been my mom in the back of his car.
Real talk. Real talk.
And yeah, it would have been the same scenario.
Same scenario. I do not tolerate
disrespect from anybody or manipulation
well,
from
anybody.
anybody.
I've been in prison. I've been in prison over 20 years in my life.
Yeah.
There's a different code of ethics there, where if you say something disrespectful to somebody, you better be prepared to stand on it. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it. That's why I'm not disrespectful to people. But when I get disrespectful to you, best believe I'm ready to stand on it.
There's the wrath that's coming behind it.
I'm ready to stand on it. If I get disrespectful to you, I'm ready to stand on every word of that, and we can take it to whatever level you want to take it to. That's just how I feel on it. But what I was going to say, though, yeah, we went through some of the old videos. We're getting ready to post a lot of them. We're going to be doing a lot more lives. Yeah. I'm looking at this YouTube thing as a real opportunity. I really am. There's so many opportunities, whether it be through the posting, the live streams, the what do you call it, podcast, which I'm really looking forward to. Which the podcasts are going to be just like this, where we're just basically.
Oh, nobody was complaining that I was married to a black man. It was all that he was married to a white woman.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear one complaint.
Not one complaint about me being married to a black man.
Which is ironic.
Because I'm the cute little white girl.
Who said you was cute? Nobody ever said
Karen.
You was cute. She did. She mentioned that. She did.
Karen said I was cute.
I stand corrected.
And the one guy.
He did
it's
too.
About my little emoji thing on the video.
Yeah, well, he was kind of digging your period. He was digging your period, man. It's all gravy, man. We're public figures. People are going to see us, and they're going to make their assumptions on that. No, but I am happily married. He said
I was likably cute. That was sweet.
I am happily married.
Very much so.
And I'm just.
There's some days I want to trade him back to his mom for a TV, but.
A TV.
No, a TV, man.
It better be at least 60 inches.
65. No, you ain't going nowhere.
So, I am ready to get to the cars.
Oh my God. Cars. Stop it.
Oh my God. We have to go. It's been a blast, guys.